At the end of episode 5, Laura stepped from out the back with them tig old biddies. Oh yeah, she walked straight through those Soul Train beads that were dangling freely from the top of the door sill. Now, who had these in their house when they were little? I know I didn't. This type of stuff you would only see at your auntie's house, right? But I've always thought that these beads were really cool as a kid, right? And I mean, we didn't have them, but my friend's mom had them. And these are those party beads, those sexual healing Marvin Gaye type of beads. I mean, you kind of already knew what was going on behind those beads if you saw them hanging from the door. But let me preface what I'm about to say by saying that there are people that attest to the fact that Jim Jones actually had real healing powers, or whether you wish to call this a faith healing or some sort of paranormal faculty, an extra dimensional power, metaphysical consciousness. He had it. Whatever it was, it worked, right? And the highest thinks he has it too. And one of the most contentious questions still remains, does the highest really have the power to heal? Tonight, we're going to explore this question, and also we're going to talk about exactly what's going on with Miss Laura here. Now, there are a couple of things actually wrong with her. She's infertile. You know, she's having difficulty successfully carrying through the full term of being pregnant. And she also has back issues, right? And at the end of episode number 5, season 4 of Ruthless, we saw Aaron desperate to see his wife, especially after River joked with him a couple of episodes ago that they were going to take Laura off to kill her. And if we look at Aaron's face, he's flush, right? All the blood has drained from his face and more than likely sitting in his tummy in knots. You know, he's angry at the highest for not allowing he and Laura to leave. He's angry with himself for going along with this ridiculous idea of coming to the compound in the first place. And he's wrestling with the fact that he said absolutely nothing to his parents, especially his father, when he had them right there on the telephone. But if you ask me, I think that Aaron's code was enough to tip his father off. I think it was enough. But he can't have any regrets now. No, there's no turning back. He now has to figure out how he's going to get off the compound alive. The highest has taken his phone. Now, this is the only way that he's going to be able to see his wife. He has to take that governmental spying device and give it to the highest. So he gave him the phone. And then Laura stepped out wearing nothing at all. The only thing that she was wearing was pink and green and yellow angel dust all over her entire body. Now, whether the highest can heal or not, anyone in their right mind would know that it's not the wisest thing to have angel dust and PCP tap dancing on your veins or through your lungs if you're trying to sustain a pregnancy. So what kind of healing is actually going on here? Now, it's been reported that Jim Jones did actually have healing powers, y'all. Now, you can believe it or not. For those of you who follow my channel, you know that there's always been a heavy comparison and similarities between Jonestown and the Rakadushi camp. You know how some of these TV preachers do, right? And even back in the day, these healers that would be on your TV, like when you fall asleep, then you wake up about 3 o'clock in the morning to go to the bathroom, then you see one of us on there talking about the miracle water. How after you received your miracle water, then you got a check for $20,000. Yeah, I'm talking about those preachers. They start off, really doing good, healing, doing the right thing by people, and then they get greedy. Then God strips them of their powers, right? So they have to make up for that money some kind of way. So they just start planting stuff in the audience, buying wheelchairs and crutches for their secretaries to come down the aisle and fake pretend to be sick. Now, like in one instance, allegedly, and I have to say allegedly to protect myself, but I can say that there are real life testimonies from people who were actual members that say that some of the staging included bloody chicken parts, guys, being thrown up or spit out of their mouths from people pretending to be healed from cancer and other serious diseases. And Jim Jones said, well, allegedly, basically in a nutshell, that he was doing all of this just to get people to come in just so that he could heal their minds. Just sick. This is absolutely sick. Whose idea was this in the first place? Like, this is crazy. And we're talking a long time ago, guys. There was no social media, just primarily radio and television, right? So if the news was spreading around town by word of mouth, then, it had to be true. People had hope, right? And this is where Laura comes in. Laura is desperate and she's hopeful. She actually believes that the highest has all the power that she needs to heal her. And she's given up her freedom. She's given up her life. And now it looks like she's also given up her husband, all to be healed. Poor little Tink Tink. She has no idea what's going on with her right now. And of course, Aaron wants to just grab his wife and get out of there, but he can't. They won't let him leave. Now he's stuck without a phone, and he's just sitting there wondering why the heck his wife ain't never dressed up in psychedelic powders for him. But she's sitting here beside this trigger, happy and at peace. Let me know what y'all think about Laura in her desperate situation. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. You know I'd appreciate it. If you're a fan of Tyler Perry's Ruthless, go ahead and sub to the channel for more videos just like this one. Thank you so much for joining me today, you guys. And I'm going to see you on the next one.